What's up, party people? Logan Sennhauser here, Sennhauser Racing Team. Doing a big install today on Sheila, the Miata. I kind of laid out the parts here. I already have the ECU in. This is the old ECU. We did a MegaSquirt ECU, which is an aftermarket full standalone ECU. This one's plug and play for the Miata. But because we've done that, I actually got a Raspberry Pi, and we're gonna try and do a little budget kind of data logging, broadcasting setup. So we've got the Raspberry Pi, we've got a little monitor that I'm gonna try and use as a digital dash. We're gonna see how it works, and all this stuff to connect it, wire it in. Also, thanks to our sponsors at KFP Total IT Solution. They got us an Ericsson device, which basically allows us to have like an Uber hotspot in the car. So we're actually gonna be able to tap into that. But that's what I'm doing today. I'm getting all that wired in. We're gonna see how it works and kind of experience this together. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so first things first, I've got this UPS. It's like a little mini power supply essentially that's gonna charge off the battery. And then when the battery shuts off, it'll power the Raspberry Pi, which is a little microcomputer. It should keep this powered as well as our hotspot. In order to keep us from, disconnecting every single pit stop or something like that. So first things first, I'm going to use this. It's already charged up. I prepped a bunch of stuff at home. And I'm going to use it to see if we can even communicate with the Raspberry Pi, with the MegaSquirt using the Raspberry Pi. And I'm also going to see if I can wirelessly tap into the server and see if it's all going to work. So that's kind of the first step. I'm going to toss this in the car and just cross my fingers and see what happens. So yeah, we'll go from there. I'm realizing because I set this up at home, it's looking for a Wi-Fi network that's not available here. So I won't be able to remotely access the Pis. So we're gonna actually set up this little display here that I got. If you watch the sim racing videos, this display will look very familiar. I actually wanted to give it a shot with the exact same display that I use for my sim rig. So this is when I'm sim racing, this is the digital dash that I use, this exact unit. It's like 55, 60 bucks on Amazon, depending on the day. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this wired up. It can be powered off of USB. I'm gonna actually wire it straight into the 12-volt system of the car, because in theory, it should be able to accept that as well. But for right now, we're just gonna get it wired in using the USB and see what happens, see if I can access the data I wanna access. So this absolute freaking unit of a access point modem thing, it's called an Ericsson R980 5G, I believe. And it's like a commercial grade access point. So it's got a SIM card built into it. For whatever reason, it also has GNSS. These 4 antennas are all for cellular connection, and then this is for GNSS, and then these are Wi-Fi antennas. So it does Wi-Fi, it does LAN, and it takes a range of different input voltages and amperage and stuff like that. So it's perfect for our application, very heavy duty, very tough. But I'm gonna go ahead and plug it in just to start configuring everything. All right, gents, here's the current status. So I've got this just plugged into the cigarette lighter right now. We've got our UPS sitting here. Oh, Raspberry Pi, everything's... Check that out, dude. So the way I have it configured right now, it's just gonna boot into a desktop, and then I'll have to manually pull up the TunerStudio software. But so far it seems like everything's communicating, which is huge. I can pull the dashboard up, which is also huge. And so this is just the desktop. So right now I'm just working on configuration stuff, but I'll check in once I have things kind of dialed in. But it's awesome that a computer this small can live in the car and tune our car, do all that stuff. Like most companies charge like thousands of dollars for this type of hardware. So I'm really excited to see how this performs. So I'm gonna keep working here and check in a while. I'm so proud of the way that this turned out. So obviously, you probably can't hear it. The car's running here. I'm gonna take you with me. We're gonna go mobile here. Okay, car is running. I haven't done any, it's just base map right now. So I'm gonna try and auto tune it tonight, just take it out and it'll kind of tune itself based on AFRs. But check this out. Digital dash, are you serious? It's just duct taped in right now. I just wanted to see if it would fit, if the display I got would work, and if it's perfect. It's too perfect. So display is mounted in, and then I'll show you my kind of janky wiring job. This is insane. I can't wait to I'm gonna do a full breakdown of this because I feel like this is gonna kind of turn the community on its head. So there's my rat's nest for right now. It needs a bit of cleaning up and dialing in. I tried to wire in my little UPS battery here. This is powering the Raspberry Pi and our router here. Which again, shout out to Ericsson and KFP Total IT Solutions for that. They'll be linked below. Huge shout out. But anyways, so this is my rat's nest. Basically what was happening was I was trying to power the UPS off the main supply, but when I was killing the kill switch, it was basically switching from, it wouldn't kill the car because it was using this battery to continue running. So I need to find a way to keep that voltage from going through this battery one way, pretty much, this UPS. I need to have it go one way. But outside of that, I mean, the Pi's in there. It's out of the way for now. The dashboard's working. It's insane. I'm gonna do one last quick cleanup here. Get everything tucked away. The ECU's also just kind of dangling under the dash right now, so I gotta get that kind of tucked out of the way. But yeah, this is so cool. Like this, to do the digital, like obviously the ECU is like $1,000, which you can find them cheaper if you want. TunerStudio tunes on a ton of different, like that's what we're running on the Raspberry Pi. And the Pi and the display were like $150. Like, maybe not even. Like, for a digital display in a race car, it's just insane to think about. So, I'm gonna keep on trying to get everything cleaned up and get the car prepped just to go out for a street drive, and we're gonna see if we can get some street tunage going on. I'm in the car right now. This is the gauge. This is what you see. There's a rev strip there, which is kind of hard to see on camera, but you know, gauges and stuff like that and warnings. Right now, a lot of the sensors aren't populated. I'll have to go in and figure out what sensors we have and what I want to see and all that. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and do the auto tune right now and see if I can just get it to where the AFRs are decent and we can kind of rip it around. Just, you know, not rip it around, but like just drive it because I got to get the body work done and I don't want to trailer it. So we're gonna try that really quick, and then if that goes well, that'll kind of wrap things up tonight. But I'm really stoked with how this whole install is coming together. It's pretty freaking neat. Okay, JD's and Lenelman, that's kind of where I'm gonna leave things off here. I just got done with the test drive. Car came back in one piece. The auto tune, I don't know if it's something I'm doing or what, but we're gonna get chowder louder on it, get the tune hopefully dialed in. I'll have to see what his availability is and confidence levels are and whatnot. But the auto tune seemed to do a good job, but under decel, it's like leaning out a ton. I don't know if that's normal or not. I've never had an AFR gauge, so like I'm not sure what a normal motor does, but that kind of scares me because it's like, you know, popping a little bit on decel. But again, is that normal? Is that not normal? I don't know. So I don't want to drive it too much. I'm confident enough to get it to the body shop, which is kind of the next step. But just to recap, we now have temporarily installed, I got to come up with a better mounting solution and a blocking plate and stuff like that. But we now have a digital dashboard, which is the frickin' bee's knees. This is the coolest thing ever. Yeah, I got to figure out like fuel level. I still street drive it, so turn signal indicators and stuff like that would be nice, but not necessary. So fuel level is necessary. We'll have to figure that one out. The ECU's jankily tucked up under the dash. I gotta find a better way to mount that. Let's see what else we got. Obviously, bodywork's the next step. We're gonna get all this straightened back out. I got a new trunk to throw on there. And then I gotta obviously go through my rat's nest in here and get that all dialed back in. All in all, the Pi Dash is really cool. It came together really well. I really didn't have high expectations, and my low expectations have been wildly exceeded. So for 150 bucks plus a MegaSquirt, a digital dash is super easy to do. I was like looking at that $1,000 DDEFI like whatever thing, and I was like, oh man, I'm gonna have to put that much. No, dude, that thing is a Raspberry Pi with a display attached. There's no reason to spend $1,000 on that setup when you can do it yourself for so much cheaper. So super stoked with how that turned out, but you know, still got a lot of work cut out for us before we go to the Glen, but I'm super stoked for that. So again, shout out to KFP Total IT Solutions and Ericsson Devices, I think. I'm not sure the exact name, but the KFP guys are who set us up with that access point. That thing is super sweet. I still got to get that permanently installed too. Right now I just have it in the general location, but it's not bolted on. So still a laundry list, but thanks for stopping by. You know, I'm gonna try and keep these videos coming, and obviously the streams are still going on Monday nights as well if you want to stop by. So thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll see you on the next one. Bye.